There we go. Now I can hear myself think. Sad. It's alright, we'll hear enough of it. Off we go. Alright, so we're going to be on DRT for the next 4GP. Alright, so lizards over here. Let's start where I'm familiar. Here we go. Here we go. One race down, like 24 to go. Beautiful. Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh well. Still mod spare boards? Absolutely, I do. Actually, I've been doing pretty much the bulk of the verifying for Spyro 1 and category extensions, so... A lot of the other mods are kind of busy with other things. I know Waffle's working on a TAS. Laura's working on a few things, I think. Derek, I think, is back at work or something like that. And the Hop Kid, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Valued member to our community. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Chrissy. I don't think that diminishes everyone else's contributions, though. So. And next door. Not people popping off lately on the Dragon game. I mean, so I've seen a lot of people doing some good work. Ah, officer, my beloved. My Corvette. My glorious, wonderful Corvette. How have you been doing, by the way? I think I might have verified something from you like maybe a week ago or something like that. If you did, it would have been Klonoa or Crash 2. That's all I've submitted. Gotcha. Well, I'm not mods for either of those boards, so... I could have sworn you, like, actually, yeah, you know what? Crash 2 is probably what I've been seeing your name on, actually. Because I remember that's been popping up in my notifications, that you've been really popping off on that. And Klonoa I've literally never played, unfortunately. Did some Crash 2 for fun. I finished this grind with a 136. That's baller. I think my PB is like 2.5 hours, so... If nothing else, I think I've got free time save towards the end because, well, okay, never mind. Like, free time save throughout the run because at that point I didn't know how to neutral slide spin. And then I had to redo Unbearable twice because of those fucking hidden boxes in the secret area. The ones that are, like, up on top, like, hidden from the screen. That kind of pissed me off a wee bit. First run was almost 3 hours, so you're good. Yeah. I know this is rich of me to say right now, but I tend to gravitate towards shorter categories at this point. I say as I'm in the middle of a category that's probably going to be 2 hours. Vortex, cough, cough. Yeah. I have not picked up that category or really much of Spyro at all in the past 5 months. Because I kind of held myself hostage for running anything else until I got my 22 in Vortex as my 1000th run on SRC, and now here I am, literally 750 different runs and submissions later. Oh, I'm gonna hit him. God damn it. Jumpies. I'm a different type of speedrunner to you. That's awesome. Well, something that I kind of live by is that everyone's speedrunning journey looks different. Some people really dedicate themselves to really pushing themselves and grinding to be the best at like 1 or 2 particular games or categories. And me, I just kind of want to just do what I can. Or, you know, if something strikes my fancy, then play that for a bit and then move on to the next thing once I'm relatively satisfied. And then maybe pick it back up later if I'm so inclined. I remember there's like a clip of like Deo saying that like casual speedrunners are like the worst ever, but you know, I kind of figure that that's kind of like kayfabe or, you know, just being a streamer, that kind of thing. Kind of a heat of the moment kind of thing, because he was pretty frustrated at that point. You're saying I'm not. I mean, I don't think I'm any less or more sane than you are. Yeesh. And don't want to save. That's for the day, I think. And we all say dumb shit we may not even mean at times. I mean, I get it too. I mean, there's definitely been times he's been frustrated that I'm pretty sure he says shit he doesn't mean. It's whatever. I don't know. We all just do what we just do what feels right, that kind of thing. I respect everyone's journey, whether it's casual or not. And that's the best way to go about it, I reckon, because I wholeheartedly agree. If you go in with, like, the mindset of, like, ooh, I want to be super famous, I want to be, you know, featured in a big-name YouTuber video, or, like, oh, I want a whole bunch of fucking fame and shit, that's, like, that's... You're gonna burn yourself out, like, big time, so... It's always best to just kind of go in with, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy myself, you know? Or I'm gonna do what, I've got some goals I want to set, and, you know, I want to do what it takes to meet them, that kind of thing. Now, whatever those goals may be, it's going to differ based on the person, but mine, pretty much when I started this whole thing, I might need to get my shit together here. Just value the journey in the present moment. Hell yeah. Well, let me tell you, that was maybe a little spooky. Really enjoying offline stuff at the moment. That was the vibe for a while, I will say. I definitely... There's not a pressure of an audience when you're doing stuff offline. And there's been times where I've streamed, like my first Crash 2 NA playthrough on NST. That was a shit show. Like, I was streaming it, I got interrupted, I was fucking up all over the place, like, and nobody showed up, and I'm just sat there like, this very well could have been an offline run. But, you know, it was just a small blip, and then I did the run back and came out with a time, or at least a performance, I felt was a lot, you know, a lot less shameful, shall we say. Yeah. But yeah, it's the thing with, like, going to, like, different speedrunning communities and running different categories and whatnot is you really... There's a handful of them that I can really shout out as, like, being... These people are really supportive towards brand new people and are very willing to, like, share what they know, kind of, you know, show them the ropes, give them all the tools they need to really start getting good at the game. So Smash 64, absolutely fantastic community, was very helpful, answered like any and all questions I had very quickly, very prompt at verifying runs. Star Wars Episode 1, that community, amazing also, like, very, you know, like, second verse, same as the first, they were also very, you know, supportive and encouraging and willing to share what they got. And with R4 here, this is kind of on track to be... I think this is currently my second most run game on SRC at this point in time. I think it might have just edged out Need for Speed 3 at this point. But yeah, it's been a lot of, like, encouragement and practice that I've poured into this over the past month or so. And it's all thanks to the community that's attached to this game. You can play Smash 64 online, right? I wouldn't know anything about that, unfortunately. The Smash 64 stuff, I was literally speedrunning it off of my N64 because that's what I had hooked up at the time. Right now I'm back to my PS2 being the thing that's hooked up. Gah. Oh, shit. I was watching Super Boom Pen do some before. They're pretty good. Yeah! What was it? TK Dropper actually pointed me in a, in the direction of like a, oh, it's like a video that's like combo exhibitions kind of thing. And he was part of that. But there's like so many like amazing different like setups and just crazy fucking combos that a whole bunch of people pulled off. Like, and I think this was at some tournament or something like that too. And I found it like really interesting to see like the tech, all the, you know, intricacies of pulling off like crazy ass combos. They're definitely out of my realm of like skill level. Like, I'm very outclassed for sure. I'm usually actually really outclassed whenever I play just about anybody in Smash. But at the same time, it's just like, it's just amazing to watch. Like, people at the top level. Like, if you play against me, my movements and like my attacks are highly fucking telegraphed. Like, you can see where I'm coming from like a mile away. I was never good at fighting games. I was at Tekken though. I'm not good at any fighting games, but of the fighting games, Tekken is the one I'm the most okay at. You want to absolutely like crush me into dust, put me on Street Fighter. Oh shit. Like, I am bad at Street Fighter. I'm okay-ish at Guilty Gear. Or at least Strive. That's the only Guilty Gear game I've really played. Fucking Mortal Kombat, I haven't really played that. Injustice, I kind of spam the same moves back and forth. What else do I play? I'm kind of a one-trick pony at King of Fighters, and that's usually with King and then Chang. Those are like the only two characters I get any kind of results out of. Don't like Street Fighter, honestly. I will say the newest game feels really good, I will say. I did something I've never done before, and like bought a new game and then actually completed it like within a month of it releasing. And to boot, it's also like in a genre that I'm not typically, you know, I'm not particularly skilled at. Ever played Dead or Alive? Very little Dead or Alive. Like, my first ever experience with that was, ooh, that's not good. My cousin had the PS2 version of Dead or Alive 2. And then there was, like, I briefly tried Dead or Alive 1 on emulator. But other than that, that's kind of the extent of my playing on that. Yeah, shit. I like the fourth one, it really stepped up from there. That's good to hear. Yeah, no, it's just a wee bit of one and a wee bit of two. Because I did wind up buying Dead or Alive 2 for PS2 like a year or two ago, somewhere in there, and just played it for like a little bit and then just moved on. Back into the dreaded backlog it went. Okay. What kind of mains do you have in a lot of these games? I like the robot girl Lisa in Tekken and Jun Kazama. Yeah. I'm okay-ish with Jun Kazama. I still kind of don't know what I'm doing with Elisa. My mains typically are, well, when it comes to Tekken, it's like Paul Phoenix and like Tekken Tag Tournament, usually like Prototype Jack or Lee. I also get some results done with Yoshimitsu, Lei, and Kazuya. Paul is pretty good if you know how to use him well. Yeah. The problem is, there's like a handful of select combos that I kind of fall back on a little bit. So if you play me for like a round or two, if you ever like rematch me, you already kind of know what I'm gonna do. So from then on, like, I'm way too fucking predictable. Used to main Kazuya too, yeah. I have to be like the one Kazuya player that never does the Electric Wind God Fist. Which is kind of the cornerstone of him literally opening up combos. Yeah. Okay, I wonder, like, where I am in relation to PB on that one. Because that felt pretty good. A 29 feels very good. I like the spinning kick move. Yeah, the little kind of spinny sweep kind of type deal. Okay, we're picking DRT again, but... Okay, Assoluto. So this should be the first one. Yep. Never played much Smash 64, but did Melee. Mains on that was Pikachu and Kirby. For me, the mains on Smash 64 were primarily Captain Falcon, but there were times that I'd flex to either Kirby or Samus. And then in Melee, I pretty much gravitate to Captain Falcon again, and then Ganondorf. Since Ganondorf is a slower Captain Falcon that hits like a truck. Used to have all items with CPU and go wild with it. Yeah. At my friend's house when we used to play that as kids, the real mark of like you being good at the game was, was it like 15 stocks? You're up against a team of level 9 Donkey Kongs and you fight them all by yourself. I got really close once, but I never wound up doing it. Maybe one day. I don't know. I don't consider that mega likely. Be right back. For sure, for sure. Da, 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 da. Yeah. There we go. Good. All right. Satellita. Satellita. Very nice car. Okay, very nicely done. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Come on, officer. Get out of the fucking way. Thank you. Nice, nice, nice. Yeet. Ooh, that was a wee too late. One might be back, but we just don't know. Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere. You take care of what you gotta. I got another 10 minutes. You got it. You're fine. This is gonna be like a 2-hour run, and I'm pretty sure I've got at least another 2 hours, because there's another run kind of similar to this, but different, that I want to do also. The question is, will I get greedy and do a third run that's kind of like this? Oh shit. Ugh. Finger slipped. Thumb slipped off of the analog stick. There we go. Jump. It's the final stretch for it. Alright, cool. Alright, and then that. Alright, Peugeot Oxia time. Infinito. Oh my god. Fady, oh my goodness.
Raid alert. Fady 180 brought 33 friends to the party.
Fady, thanks so much for the raid. Had your Spyro 3 and go. Had your 100 egg go. Thanks for the luck, Pixie. Thanks for the luck, Fady. Thanks for the luck, Pesto.
Lil_Pesto is the newest member of the Thrasher crew.
Pesto, thanks for the follow. Hey, good luck, Kusmat. Oh, shit. Thanks for the good luck, Craigle Bagel.
Grapes 2000 _ is the newest member of the Thrasher crew.
Grapes 2000, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in, everyone, from Fady's stream. I am doing a all manufacturers run of Ridge Racer Type 4. This is kind of a... Oh, that's not good. This is kind of a category extensions idea that I'm just trying to make a proof of concept for. But yeah, hope everyone's, hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's enjoying their night, or whatever time it may be. It was fun, did no reset and got a 58. I'm so happy. Let's fucking go, dude. Very nice to hear. Love this Kate little AI voice. Yeah. All I know about Ridge Racer is that old PlayStation E3. Yeah! Ridge Racer! Come on, everyone, you know. Yeah. But yeah, welcome in. Appreciate the raid, Fady. Glad to hear your stream went well. Your run went well, too.
Puspit is the newest member of the Thrasher crew.
Puspit, thanks so much for the follow. But yeah. So essentially what I'm doing is 4 different any percent runs in a row. So I'm sticking with the same team for each of these, but picking a different manufacturer for each of the 4 runs. So first one I did was Lizard, which is the American cars. And right now I'm in the middle of Assoluto, which is the Italian cars. And then after this, I've got the 2 grip manufacturers, which are Tarazi, which is Japanese, and then Aj Solo, which is French. And then after I cross the line at the final race on Aj, then that's GG. But yeah, that's kind of the jam here. If I go through periods where I'm not reading chat, it's probably because I'm hard focusing, because I've gotten a lot of practice in on this game in the past month and a half, but there's still a few parts where I'm just like, oh, okay, I gotta focus. I will say I like how these Assolutos handle. What I usually run for any percent is this team and then Lizard. But mainly because like nobody else runs them. So there's a different team and manufacturer combo that's optimal, and that's Racing Team Sovolo, which is the hard mode, and Assoluto, which is what I'm driving right now. So when you pick a team, the differences between teams is pretty much just how hard you're making the game. So I tend to race with Dig Racing Team. So that's the expert mode. Story-wise, they're a very struggling team that's, kind of in a bit of a rut, having a hard time getting results together, that kind of thing. But yeah, I started with them and jumped into the deep end of the pool. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the good luck, TK. Little Big Planet. That's a jam. I have not played that in... God, about... not a decade, but very close to it at this point. Never beat that game. Very interesting. Is it a rap game? Little Big Planet? Nah, it's a, it's kind of like a creative slash platformer type game, but a lot of the appeal is like being able to like create levels and stuff like that. I didn't do a whole lot of creating and just like, hey, there's a main campaign here. I'm just gonna see what this is all about, and dropped it midway through because it got too difficult. I was thinking Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, it's different. That one's a rhythm game. I also remember that being hard as shit too. Like, I think the only Parappa stage I've ever beaten was like the first one at like the karate dojo, and I did that at like a fucking Walmart display or demo kiosk. But that was when they were advertising the remake, or not remake, the remaster that they released on PS4. And I think the input delay was probably snappier on that one. Because I had a demo of PS1 Parappa the Rapper, and Jesus, that was difficult. Like, I don't think I've ever beaten the original release on that. We had one of those too, yeah. The old PS1 demos you get with magazines. Yeah, I've still got a couple of those. I think they also bundled them with consoles, so I've got 2 of those. One of them came with my PS1, and then my grandparents also had a PS1 at their house too, that they had kind of, you know, oh, hey, you got something to occupy the grandson while we're, you know, watching the news or watching golf or whatever. So it's like a 96, like, I think it's like interactive sampler 6 and then 3. Oh god, my nose itches. This is a bad time to have my nose itch. Fuck. Did you ever play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater back in the day? Yeah, a little bit of it, yeah. Wasn't very good at it, but it was interesting and novel for the time. Also, the fucking soundtrack's fucking banger. Lots of bangers. That's how I got introduced to, like, a lot of different bands, so, Dead Kennedys, that's how I got introduced to them, and then, like, let's see here, what else was on that one? Can't say I was introduced to Primus on that one, because that was a fucking Hot Wheels game of all things that I got introduced to Primus. Suicidal Tendencies, that was, first place I ever encountered them. Great stuff, yeah. Punk, metal, hardcore, hip-hop, oh shit. Psycho Vision, yeah, that one. Okay, and go through here. And here we have the Squallow. Alright, from here onwards, well, after this race rather, we've got grip cars, and I'm not so good at those. I'm into suicidal tendencies, the band, of course. Yeah. They've got some good, like, skater-type stuff. That said, I like the side project Infectious Grooves, if you've ever heard of that. It's pretty much the same people, but, like, it's more funk and rap inspired. I have, but never listened to them that much. Yeah. So the way I found out about them was, like, of all things, a Rage Against the Machine diss track. Where they're calling them out on being, like, anti-capitalist, and yet, like, they're sponsored by Sony and shit. And making a lot of fucking cash. And then there's also just a lot of, like, different kind of nice funk jams that they put out as well. Ah, for fuck's sakes. This motherfucker needs to get out of the way. Oh, that was way too late on that one. Last place. You know, there's a streamer who I watch gets called out for that. Asanabi. He's out as a social spaz, like expensive clothes, a car, and a house. Yeah. It's interesting sometimes. Alright, so that takes care of that one. Okay, and mash. I half wish I mapped start to something else. Okay. Welcome to the real. Alright, and up to DRT. Okay. Saluto, Lizard, Tarazi. It's like you gotta make money to survive in the system, but you're also against the idea of money. Yeah, in a way, in some ways it does feel like a bit of a contradiction, but even then, like, you still have to pay the bills somehow. You still gotta eat, that kind of thing. I mean, I don't envision like people are just going to come into a whole bunch of money. Like, not very many people are just going to come into a whole bunch of money and kind of go, you know what, I'm going to forego all this, like, fancy schmancy shit. There are people out there. I don't think that there's a lot of people like that out there. Yeesh, that's not good. Gah. Oh, excuse me. Lift off the gas and back on it. Beautiful. Off the gas, back on it. Conversation with a friend earlier about capitalism, funny enough. I think it's the greatest evil in the world. Depends on what side you're on. Because in general, I keep hearing the saying of, like, life's like a shit sandwich. The more bread you have, the less shit you gotta eat, that kind of thing. I don't know. At like 2:30 in the morning, there's not a lot of very cogent, insightful things I have to say about things of that nature, shall we say. Ah, son of a bitch. Well, billionaires are... Ah, fuck. Damaging the planet. Well, we do work for pennies, yeah. Can this one take this flat out? It absolutely can. Cool. Oh, my nose itches. That's bad. My nose itches. This is bad. Swing to the left here. Swing past him. I'll find my guy, go now, finish strong. Will do. Have a good one, Chrissy. Oop. I almost did the save thing. We don't want to do the save thing. This is the thing we don't want to do. Okay, here we go. Alright, this one I'm probably gonna need to let off the gas a bit for. Yep. Absolutely we'll need to. Okay, there we are. Okay, through here. Pass him through here. Ooh, don't like that. Okay, cool. Yep. That corner is always going to be awkward with grips. The Megere. Past them. Pass him, thank you. Okay, there we go. Very nicely done. Blip the throttle. Thank you. And yes, we go. Okay. Boosted rhythms. That. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that one. Always awkward. Fuck. Quick little drink so I'm not, you know, throat dry. Okay. Yeesh. Of all corners, that one feels the most awkward for some reason. Still haven't gotten a good pin on how I'm supposed to tackle that with a grip car. Okay, that was a bad angle. Luckily, the lead car shouldn't be too far ahead. Yeah, there they are crossing the finish line for lap 2. Let's pass him here so we don't have to deal with him at the dockyards. Because, believe you me, that is a pain in the ass place to have to deal with traffic. Beautiful. There we go. And then don't want to save. You've got a new car. Starlight. Fanto. There we go. Oh, God, that... Okay. I guess that works. And this thing takes off like shot through a gun. Still gotta work on that corner, though. Okay, off we go. Ah, before the end of lap 2. Very nice. Okay, here we go. That felt a lot better than the last one. Yeesh. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, lift off the gas here. Not too bad. Okay, I need to be a lot better about that one. Excuse me. Eesh. Yee, that's one hell of a gap to shoot. Yeesh. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that wasn't good. shit. Okay. That went by fine. It's clear I need to let off the gas a lot earlier than that. But it's not like it had any effect on the race result. Well, a little early on that split, but whatever. Okay, heaven and hell. Yeah. Spicy. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Nope. Come on, get your dumb ass up there. Let's not have to retry this, okay? That'd be embarrassing. God damn it. Fucking Christ, god damn it. Okay. Little worried. Making a lot of mistakes. This is not good. This is definitely not one of those tracks you make mistakes at. Fucking... That's gonna be irritating if I have to do this track again. Son of a bitch. Oh, you son of a... Funny thing, you can't kind of go where there's already a car. Well, at the very... Third place. Well, I know what this means, and this means I'm going to be fighting the RTS car in the lead on the back end of the course. And I don't like that. I'd rather not do that. Because that's a pain in the fucking ass. I'd rather we pass here. Because having to pass up around here, that's... There's no way that's cricket. That's no fucking way. Okay, he's nowhere near me. Yeesh. That was a little spicy. little too close for comfort. All right. And this crazy one is gonna be one of the 2 grip cars. I remember liking Aj of there a little bit more, so hopefully that's gonna give me an easier time, I hope. Okay. Lead in here. Crank the wheel. Thank you. Yeesh. 4th on lap 2. Okay. Pass by. Nice. Crank. Alright, where's that fucking Squallow? Get your ass back here. Yikes. Spicy. Hmm. Okay. Final lap. Wunderbar. I think I'm very consistently setting 29s on these, which I'm glad to see. Okay. Alright, the last one of this particular run. That was a wee bit of mismenuing, but whatever. Okay, all the way to the end. Aj solo. Perfetti. Okay, go. Beautiful. Yeet. Bro, get the fuck out of the way. What is your deal? Jesus Christ. What? Man, the French team doesn't like that I stole their cars. At least that's what it feels like. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. No fuss. Just nice and casual. Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Alright. Pass this dialogue. Off we go. We get our Megère today. Lumberjack Cage Master, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Ain't seen you in a minute. What you been up to? I think I saw you playing like a wrestling game of some sort like a few nights ago, something like that. Yeah, that was probably WWF Attitude, maybe ECW Hardcore Revolution. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not very familiar with wrestling games. I just see wrestling and go, oh, wrestling. I forget, was it like casual or was it, were you doing actual like speedruns and such of it? Okay, up we go. Off the gas, there we are. They were speedruns. Hell yeah. Any good paces? Any PBs? Or, you know, just... Is it something that you speedrun in the past that you kind of de-rusted with, or... Hey, Maverick, what's up? Found a bizarre skipping attitude on Monday. Oh, fucking. So I got a new PB. Hell yeah, that's what we love to see. Only just woke up. Well, good morning to you. What was the skip like? I'm half wondering like how a skip in a wrestling game would work, or like what that would entail. Because I mean, wrestling, that's pretty much like a fighting game, and usually those are segmented by like stages. New category. 1 of 3, Maverick. 1 of 3 new categories. Or at least proof of concepts for potential category extension categories. We've discussed them before. I'm just starting to get towards the end of the first one, which is all manufacturers. Found a way to skip a tag gauntlet intentionally by getting a draw via count out. Huh. So is it one of those things where like a draw can still count as a win, that kind of dealio? Is that what that's about, or it only works half of the time for some reason? Oh shit. I should probably keep my eyes on the road a little bit. Only works half the time for some reason. So I'm guessing it's RNG dependent, question mark? Half the time they give you the win, the other half the CPU team wins. Oh, okay, so I guess it is kind of like RNG where it's just like, okay, we're just gonna randomly assign a winner on a draw, that kind of thing. I'm used to draws being like, nope, you didn't win, so this draw is actually a loss. Probably going for all 20 machines next. Not quite in the all extra trials mood. Yeah. I mean, this is, aside from a few hiccups with Tarazi, has been a pretty chill kind of, pretty chill group of DRT runs. I think based on my, my, grouped times, I think I'm setting pretty consistent 29s. Tag gauntlets take forever, so it's worth a try in the beginning of the run. Oh, absolutely. I can probably imagine that. And if you can find a skip on that, then that's fucking cash money there. Tarazzi seems to be your bane. It absolutely is. The Starlight, kind of bit me a few times on Heaven and Hell, but luckily I didn't have to pass RTS on the fucking downhill section, which I fucking hate. Aj, on the other hand, they're pretty chillin'. They've been pretty chillin' so far. This is arguably my favorite game of all time. What the fuck was it? WWF Attitude? R4. Really? Huh. I didn't picture that. I kind of figured for you it'd be either a wrestling game or one of the Twisted Metals, so that's interesting to hear. Understandable, Starlight is difficult to control. Yeah, it washes out in corners a bit much for my liking. That said, the torquiness definitely helped out, but kinda was a bit of a pain in the ass. Lumberjack, do you have this game on console or whatnot, or? It just launches itself like a rocket. Yeah. I just gotta revisit this and unlock some more cars. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this has been really fun to run. At the very least on emulator, I will preface, because unfortunately without a Negicon or Negicon emulation, it's kind of been a bit of a painful deal. Also, everyone in this community is super supportive and, you know, willing to give you pointers, and Maverick here is a good example of that too. Gosh, shit. I turned in too much. I'm glad it's been of help. Yeah. I should have pinned the accelerator there. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Damn. Okay. And there we go. That's how you're supposed to take that corner. Well, at least the next 4 are going to be, I get to have a little bit of a break from grip cars. Because that's going to be Lizard for 4 straight runs. Funk Limited. Love me some arcade racers. Yeah. I didn't grow up with that one. Maverick. So the next run I'm planning on doing is all teams. So that's going to be... I'm going to stick with Lizard, but it's going to be leading off with DRT, then Assoluto, then Sovolo, then Pack Racing, and then Mappy is what I'm going to finish off with. And depending on what the time's looking like, might do canonical combos after that. Can never get into Gran Turismo and racing sims. They're not for everyone, I will say. Alright, and... okay. That corner right there was the bane of my existence on Tarazi. I'm still trying to figure out how to tackle that corner with grip. Cannon combos might be for the main game. We do have a lot of categories on the main game already. Well, at any rate, I just think that they'd be categories that'd be interesting to run. I just have them in my mind as just, you know, good good category extensions type categories. Jumpies. Okay. A little bit of brake action there. Could be a lot worse, could be a lot better too. And we're in first at the end of lap 2 anyways, so... hybrid combo seems easier to get CE for. I'm kind of wondering though, like... how we'd go about splitting those up, though. Because that's a lot of different combinations. Up we go. Could never get in Need for Speed either. It really depends on what Need for Speed, honestly, because not all of them handle the same. I'm terrible at 1 and 2, but I am I'd say I'm pretty good at Need for Speed 3. I'm 14 seconds off of tournament we're in that game, or at least for easy, or beginner. Mostly tried 1 and 3. 3, I feel, is the most accessible, I will say. 1 feels kind of archaic and clunky. Each team can be a category and can split the teams into manufacturers. Gotcha. Okay. Thrash, what are you doing, dude? Fuck. Different tier, any percent? Yeah, I guess. Well, hopefully with these other categories, that'll give kind of enough variety where the people in charge of making boards on SRC will be like, okay, cool, you guys got it. Say any percent with Cavalier. Yeah. Ah, for fuck's sakes, come on. It seems this is not limited to just Tarazi. I'm just bad with grips. I just can't seem to get a grip. Gotta try and get some sleep. I'll catch you guys later. Hey, Lumberjack, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out, man. Hope you have a good sleep. Fifth at the beginning of lap 2. I'm not liking where this is turning out. Pass on the right, that's not good. Thrasher, what the fuck, bro? Alright, boys, I might be in trouble. I don't like where I am right now. Three. At least that's better than where I was on Tarazi, but I still don't like where this is headed. I should be... fuck's sakes. Tell me the... Okay. The starlight's up there. Frustrations. Damn. Stop hitting walls, you idiot. Yeesh. At least the next time I get into a grip car, it's going to be against much dumber AI, so... figure I'd lead off with what would probably be the hardest category first, so... This is probably not going to be sub 2 hour, though. Someone else with more capable hands probably will get a sub 2, but, you know, it's whatever. Oh my god, my thumb is going to be very displeased with me by the end of the stream. Okay. Okay. That felt awkward. Okay. To the right. Past the Zesqualo. Probably not worse than it would be with a 100% segment. I feel like out of long form categories, this is probably the longest I'd probably go for. Gah. Pay attention. Make sure we get everything optimized before running 100% again. Yeah, for sure. Poor Dutchie. I swear. Poor guy. Just casually like, oh, by the way, FDS is allowed now. Fuck. Ah, this Squallow's an asshole. Squash the Squallow. Squash him. R.I.P. Dutchie. Yeah. Excuse me. First is mine. First is mine, you son of a bitch. I said it's mine. Eat shit. I'm finishing this goddamn run. Where did he go? Okay. I'm just gonna... There we go. I taught Squallow well. Well... He can shove it up his ass. But yeah, all of these runs were 29s. Oh, God. I'm stiff. Jesus. Oof. Now I have no idea how all towing machines will turn out with FDS on. Not to sound like an idiot, but I would imagine like it always has, except faster. 28, 18, all manufacturers. Put that in the text receptacle. Yeesh. I mean, the time difference. Ah, got you. Oh, God. Okay. So while we're jamming on that. Okay, next up, we have all teams. Edit layout. Let's crack open. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Lizard, all team splits. Ugh. My poor fucking thumb. Jesus. Ugh. That's a lot of time on just loads. 8 minutes? That's crazy. Dutchy said he would probably favor Lizard if he was better with drifts. Yeah. And I reckon I'd probably prefer Aj if I was better with grips. Fasted by 45 seconds. And then you just multiply that by how many times it would take for you to do all that, then yeah.